Hello, my name is Craig Fee, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. I do have a cold this week, so I apologize for the congested sounds, and we'll find out if it's actually the super secret Rona or not when I get my test back. More leaks this week, most interestingly from emails to OTS stores from Konami, talking about future alternative formats. That's right, after 20 years in the TCG, we're finally getting more than one sanctioned way to play for OTS packs. I have already made a video about it, but in short, you can expect in the near future past formats with rules and card pools limited to what was available at that time. For example, the format played at the 2005 US National Championship, formats where the top meta decks are banned to allow rogue decks and such a chance to shine, common card only format, a format that hasn't been confirmed entirely but claims to easily introduce players to themes not often played, and best of all, untouchable floodgates that prevent gameplay the format, properly known as Deckmaster. Also in leaks this week, YouTuber Tatsim has posted what appear to be damaged cards that come from the trash bin at the production plant. Who knows for sure, but they seem legit enough. With this, we're apparently getting some speed duel reprints such as Ancient Gear Golem, Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, Sphere Karibo, and Apprentice Magician, and we also received leaks from the upcoming Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1, with some expected cards like Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, and Naturia Exterio, and in somewhat unexpected news, more reprints of Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. There is no escape. Every week I will be discussing Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. If you're sick of the joke, I am too, but it doesn't end apparently. I just report what I see and I keep seeing it. So the never-ending DM reprint train continues to march forward endlessly as it always does. Just be happy and consume product. Lastly, in leaks, we also got the confirmed effect of the Insector spell card coming up in the upcoming Grand Creator set this January. The spell is a cost to send one Insector card from your hand or face-up field to the grave, that allows you to either special summon an Insector monster from your deck or equip an Insector monster to an Insector you control, or equip an Insector monster on your field with an Insector equip spell from the deck. This card is always treated as an Insector card and has a hard once per turn, and is overall a very solid card for a deck without once per turn clauses. This continues to upset me greatly, as Insector was actually the first meta deck a friend ever bought, which he used to absolutely destroy my $20 heroic deck and opened the floodgates on my group spending way too much money on cardboard. Thanks a lot, Adam. Some big news and reveals from the OCG and Dimension Force. The set after February's Battle of Chaos has support for the old Swamp and Lava Bottle Guard for you old school players, and more notably, apparently just a fan-made piece of support given a full print in the form of the Weather's new field spell. The field spell will allow you to place any archetype spell or trap on the field from the deck, and allows you to use the weather spell and trap as materials for the link summon of their in-archetype link monsters. This is kind of insanely strong, and even if it's not good in the meta, it's good enough that I'm not looking forward to facing it on the Edo Pro ladders. In community news, the 78th episode of the Progression series dropped this week, focusing on Blazing Vortex. No exciting pulls from either Gage nor Simo, despite all the crazy good cards in Blazing Vortex. You got like Pot of Prosperity. To no one's surprise, Gage was back on Goki this week, and Simo declaring that he was just going to play for fun and went with a UA deck. Also to no one's surprise, this means that Simo won the match, 2-1. Thanks in no small part to cards like Trollin Lockbird and some well-timed Book of Moons. The series score is now Simo's 50 to Gage's 28. There are only 3 episodes remaining, with next week's episodes being Lightning Overdrive. If the trend continues as it has been, we can expect Simo to pull Dark Honest, then use it in a pure Shadal deck to still come out on top. That's just Progression series for you. YouTuber and streamer Farfa has released this Table 500 Christmas special featuring all sorts of awful decks and even more awful end boards that only Farfa viewers could come up with. Overall, a very entertaining video and very much worth the watch. And lastly, for followers of Lithium's Crossband List Cup, this year's final for the 2014 and earlier deck lists is out, with 2014 Xyz Infernity taking on Handloop Windup from 2013 in a rematch for the finals. Exciting stuff that I don't plan to spoil, and this Thursday you can expect the post-2014 decks to drop, featuring 2015's OCG Pepe versus Adamancipator in two of the most broken decks of all time. Big hype for my personal favorite series on all of YouTube. I highly recommend that you check it out. As always, that wraps it up for this week's update. I've been your host, Craig Fee.